can crash. Hello, and welcome back to the Ball Knowledge Podcast. As always, I am your host, Smart, and I'm joined again by Aslam and MK. Welcome, boys. It's This Week in Football time, boys. If we had an actual editor, there'd be like fireworks around a bit and a big logo that says This Week in Football.
Yeah, so I'm going to blame the fans for that. We need money.
Yeah.
It's all you peasants' fault. We're going to make a Patreon. No, we're not. We're
going to make an OnlyFans.
Yeah, Uzma will do it.
Yeah, boy.
We're so dumb.
All right, we'll go over the Premier League results from last week. We'll go over the Champions League results from this week and talk about what the British teams did because it's the only thing we seem to care about. Then we do the predictions for this weekend in the Champions League. Game week 13, I believe it is. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, we're getting through the season quickly. All right, Champions League, Premier League. Last weekend we started off. Chelsea beat Leicester 3-0 away from home. Wolves beat West Ham 1-0, which was great. Watford beat Man United 4-1. Entirely unexpected. Norwich beat Southampton 2-1.
Absolute travesty.
Newcastle held Brentford to a 3-3 draw at St James's Park, or the Sports Direct Stadium, whichever one you want to call it. Again, another 3-3 game. Burnley holding Palace.
I told you guys, tiki-taka ball is coming to Turf Moor.
Steven Gerrard started out in winning ways.
What a goat.
Beating Brighton 2-0. Love the celebrations.
Best manager in the world.
Liverpool went riot at Anfield and beat Arsenal 4-0.
MK's favourite team.
Then on Sunday, Man City beat Everton 3-0. And in Tottenham, Conte won his game at her first Premier League game at home, beating Leeds 2-1. Let's start with the elephant in the room. MK. He's gone.
Whoa, don't fat shame around here.
What?
Sorry.
Okay.
He got sacked.
He's
gone.
You got your wish.
But this is for me, he went too late. So he has gone, for me, he had to go 2 years ago. But obviously, he had to go after he got the interim job. That's when he should have went. But if you're going to go really in-depth, but finally he's gone. But for me, the job's not finished because Mike Phelan is still here. And Mike Phelan being here is a big problem for me because at least Carrick and McKenna, or the two coaches, actually tried to do something. Mike Phelan actively, like Rio Ferdinand says, does not do anything. The last time he was here was under Fergie, but it was really Mulenstein that did all the coaching and obviously the other guys. Mike Phelan doesn't do anything. He's already known for popping balloon at Fergie's ear. And
I was just going to say that.
That's the only thing at Hull as well.
He's the worst manager in Hull's recent history, confirmed. And
Steve Bruce, all right.
For me, Steve Bruce is much better than my feeling. I don't have Steve Bruce and my feeling. I'll be real. If I have to be completely real, my feeling is disgrace. But him being here is a problem. Mike Carrick, I think I'll allow him Mike Carrick because at least he has some sort of knowledge in the game. But right now, Oli being out, it doesn't mean anything because his coach is still here. And it's just, but the only good thing is that Ragnick's coming, and when Ragnick's coming, he'll bring a couple of these guys. So it should be. I'm not gonna say we will do something, but we should be better.
You guys are just so confusing though, because like you just had an international break. We had 2 weeks off, and you could have sacked him then. But so so you have to get your head around this, right? Which is the weirdest thing. They kept him because they thought if we win against Watford, it's good. But if we don't, we need to sack him. But if you're already ready to sack him, and it's dependent on one result, why don't you just sack him anyway? Because let's say he wins that, then what? He goes into this week against Chelsea and they do the same remake. If he loses, he's sacked. But if he wins, he continues.
When it gets to a stage, where a manager's in a game-to-game basis, get rid of him because you're wasting time. Because you don't believe in him, or you're very shaky. Like, is he going to do? He's going to make a comeback? No, a manager, especially at Man United, where he spent all this money, spent got Ronaldo, got Varane. You should never be looking at Is it a game-to-game basis? Is he good enough? As soon as you're questioning, go get rid. And the international break was literally the best opportunity. 2 weeks. That was a very long international break. It was 2-week one. There, get rid of him. Then you can actually get into him. Carrick won't need to be managing Villarreal or Chelsea. You get Rangnick already having a good couple weeks training with the players, and he'll be here. He'll be coaching at Chelsea. But now in a situation where he's not even confirmed he'll be coaching at Arsenal. It's not even confirmed yet.
I don't think it was dependent on one result, though. I think it got to a point where they were like, okay, we have to think about the future, but we're not going to sack him. But then it was like, it wasn't the fact that you lost to Watford, it's the way that you lost to Watford that they were like, okay. Because apparently it was like an emergency meeting, so you have to think, if it was an emergency meeting, surely they didn't think about sacking him in the first place, because they were just thinking, okay, if it gets worse in over a period of time, we'll do it. But then the Watford game happened, and they're like, okay, clearly nothing's going right, and we shouldn't wait. It's time to go.
That's fair enough.
And yet again, this club is always reacting late. They're never proactive. They're never thinking, okay, this situation to get worse. After Villa, they should have thought of time to get rid. You can't lose to Dean Smith's Villa. Come on now. It's embarrassing. That's when you should be looking at getting rid of the manager. Jordan went to Everton, and Tom Davies being the only reason why they didn't win. That should another reason why you get rid of the manager. 4-2 against Leicester. Go get rid. Yeah, it's an opportunity just to sack this guy off and save money and save time and stop wasting everybody's time. But no, not Woodward. And this is why it last 8 years has been a failure. And now he's going at the end of the year. And the only thing he has on his CV is a Europa League win against Ajax under 18s. I mean, this is just, Woodward, you're just like, for me, I still believe he's a Liverpool fan. There's no way. He says he's a Rugby fan, but I think he's a Liverpool fan, or at least Arsenal. Something. He can't be a United. He has any. He
lives in London, right? Or Surrey?
I
think. Yeah. So
he's
Chelsea. Yeah.
Arsenal, Tottenham. Actually, not Tottenham. It would definitely be Chelsea or Arsenal. You know, I just don't see how a person that incompetent could continue. And then finally, you realize, wait a minute, I've done something wrong, or this is not going well, and I'm leaving. So let me just give up and swallow my pride and get Rangnick. That's what it is, because Rangnick was never going to. We all thought Rangnick was an appointment where it's too ambitious for us, or not for us, but for Woodward. But it's too ambitious for him and the Glazers.
I think this is a turning point for United, though. Yeah. But not in. It can go one of two ways, because he's moving into the. Let's be real. He doesn't actually want to manage. He prefers working in the director of football role or the leader.
Yeah.
Because and the guy just loves football. You can tell because he held all of the 4 Red Bull franchises, and he had a nice little seamless little network, right? But it's either you signed him because you want to appease the fans, but you're not willing to listen to his changes. And if you're not willing to listen to his changes, then he's going to be off because he doesn't care. The guy resigns all the time.
But then,
right?
You don't think it's a win-win situation if that happens, because he's either expose the Glazers.
Then it will expose the road problems, or United will listen to him, and you'll have a full-scale rebuild of both the coaching structure, the board structure, and some of the players potentially, and he'll appoint someone good. So it can go one of two ways. You're a fork in the road. And I'm not going to listen to the people that say this will be all good, because this is still Man United we're talking about. Yeah, along with being one of the biggest clubs in the world, they're also idiots.
Yeah, run by idiots, which means Rangnick is the only guy that he's the most well known in terms of regenerating clubs. So him,
I said he'd be a good pick as well. I was defending him, and then I didn't
think
get him.
He was saying it. He was like, "Oh, Rangnick will be good." This before I didn't even have Rangnick in my mind. I had Ernesto Valverde in my mind because I'm not just
Woodward. It's like a year ago as well that he'd be really good for a team like United, and I had to defend him.
All it is Woodward's
look at what my words have brought. Awful.
Well, at least have some sort of W this year, because it's just me, man. Every team I support, I have a howler.
I think it's a change for United because it's actually a competent footballing decision.
Yeah, 100%.
It was an on the whim, stupid decision that you shouldn't have made because City were pressuring you to doing something like the Fred transfer and the Ronaldo transfer.
Yeah, it's not a City. Man City were never linked to Rangnick, so that means we actually do something without City's influence. Finally, how long did that take? But it just basically Woodward's incompetence and then him just giving up. That's what it is. I'm not giving no praise to Woodward. It was obvious we needed a regeneration of Like, the whole club needs to be regenerated and actually get full people in there. Or wait a minute, something might change. Who knows? And I think Ragnick will probably, when he gets, I believe he'll get the freedom to do what he knows what, because he's the most experienced. And Murto worked with him before. So that's probably, it will help a lot because Murto is a direct football. So maybe they'll deal with football matters. And if they deal with football matters, then we should see a turnaround at United. But it's been too long. We should have done this at 2013. If we did this 7 years ago, Liverpool City would be behind us. Well, I know we would. They would be behind us. City will compete, obviously, and Liverpool compete, but they won't be as good as us if we had Ragnick or proper football people in 2013. But we dragged this all the way to 2021, and now we are far behind 3 teams now. Chelsea are in it too. So it's just it was a mess. It's been a mess, but I just hope that Ragnick, because I'm not really interested in his interim period. I just hope he just gets the team organised, and that's about it. Because the players will shine through. I'm not expecting miracle. I'm not expecting Thomas Tuchel level of Champions League wins. I'm not expecting that. All I'm expecting is organisation and just hopefully get top 4, and then he does his magic up in the board level. That's all I'm expecting from Ragnick. But it's for me who he appoints after, because I think he apparently has the influence for who's next, and it's between 2 managers really. It's Poch or Ten Hag. Who do you guys think should take over? Poch or Ten Hag?
Yeah, Poch.
Purely because Poch has, number one, already dealt with all of this, and number two, Ten Hag at Ajax, he gets everything his way. Like, number one, Ajax are already the best team in the league, right? Yeah. But everything works towards them. At youth level, they're taught the style of play that they're going to play. The board level, everything works towards one common goal, and that's their model of finding young talent, then growing them, and then trying to do something in the brief period you have them, and then selling them off a profit, and then rinse and repeat, right? He's never done something at a different club where he's had all the different, like, Poch has been at Spurs, which is, he's worked under Levy, and he rebuilt that club from, like, joke club to Champions League finalist. With Southampton, he did the same thing, and Southampton, I've gone on record to say, they're not run very well, but he developed players like Van Dijk. He had players like Graziano Pelle. He had them 5th and 6th in the league. This is Southampton we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, and then he went to PSG, and everyone uses the PSG thing. But as we'll get onto with PSG, they're just an awful institution run by terrible people, and they're just terrible. So I don't think it's fair to use his PSG time as a barometer of who he is as a manager. I think you have to look a bit further back, because he even called what happened to Spurs. He said, I've taken these players to what I can take them. We need to rejig the squad. They didn't. So, like, that's their problem, isn't it? I think Poch will be best for them. For you guys.
You're the same, innit?
Poch. Yeah, I'd say Poch. I don't see Ten Hag leaving. It's not that that's the reason I said Poch, but I don't see Ten Hag leaving Ajax anytime soon. Although it's saying that, imagine if bloody Ranieri pulls something out of his ass and gets you an Nagelsmann, and then Ten Hag goes to Bayern.
Oh,
which I don't think
that's actually interesting. That is interesting because football's weird. We signed Ronaldo out of nowhere. Anything can happen. Messi went PSG, but Nagelsmann, I don't think he leaves Bayern Munich straight away. But then Ajax and Bayern Munich have always been, Ten Hag and Bayern Munich has always been a rumor. It's always been like, oh, he might go there. So you never know, you know.
Well, he did work there as an assistant. Yeah, but then they overlooked him for the job because they thought he was too young or something.
Smart decision.
It's not like their connection hasn't been there. But yeah, I don't want to talk about United getting good, man. I've kind of enjoyed it. I do like United potentially. I do like United potentially being good, because Liverpool and Man United have had like one brief little period of when we were actually half decent, but we weren't really comparable because we didn't have a squad. But like, at the other end, it's hilarious laughing at these lot losing 4-1 to Watford, 5-0 to Liverpool, all of this stuff. Brilliant.
I was literally actively supporting Watford. When goals were going in, I was rooting for Watford, man. Dennis, what a guy. João Pedro, happy for him. And it was all the four players where, I think we linked Josh King, and Josh King said that he was about to move Man United. That's his biggest regret. I mean, that is his biggest disappointment in football. like, he didn't move to United. He said that in Sagan goalkeeper's video, like Ben Foster's video. Like
Yeah.
he literally said, "Oh, his biggest regret is not moving to United." So Josh King's like, yeah, he was on serious smoke. Wan-Bissaka did not know what to do with him, and yeah, I'm happy for Watford, man. That was my second team, but now we're back, so Man United will be my first team.
Yeah,
And I
how
mean,
does it feel to support United again?
Huh?
How does it feel to actually actively support Man United again?
Oh, it's a great feeling. But you know, Chelsea game is a myth because I'm still seeing Mike Phelan on the bench, and his face angers me. Like when I see his face, I'm like, what are you doing? He's the biggest fraud in football. He literally does nothing and gets paid. I don't know how much, but he gets paid a lot. But for what? Why is this is all Woodward's failures? I'm not putting this on Ragnick or even Murto. I'm putting it all on Woodward. This is all Woodward's guys. And yeah, hopefully Carrick pulls something out of his bag at Chelsea. We'll talk about that soon though.
We'll touch on this. Look, Azam, we looked great, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I mean, I know the Arteta Klopp thing and everything, and then we went mad after that. Got a goal like 2 minutes later. And this is what I was saying. I don't know how to judge Arsenal because every time and yeah, you could say, yeah, Liverpool are just different gravy. It's not like Liverpool were coming into this with great form. We lost to West Ham. We drew to Brighton. So it's not like we're this impenetrable team that, you know, no one can get at us and we're flying or whatever. But Arsenal just looked like they just collapsed second half.
It looks like a fifth place team to me.
Yeah, we played great. It was. I always enjoy beating Arsenal just because I hate them.
Every time at Anfield, it's always like it's never a comfortable game for Arsenal. Never. It's always smacking. Like the best they can hope for is a 2-0 loss. Always this, man. Even if Liverpool are not playing that great or playing amazing, it's always a smacking. And I only predicted a draw just to hope that Arsenal. I thought Arsenal might have turned a corner in terms of not being a Liverpool's bitch, but really Liverpool's bitch.
I will say they sort of weathered the storm a bit well at the start of the game, in that they didn't look like instantly shit.
They didn't really have any offensive threat at all. They were more concerned with stopping us rather than doing a dual job of stopping us, but also doing a job on the offensive front. They didn't do anything.
Apparently, they're second to last in chances created or big chances created. Arsenal second to last in the league.
Yeah,
they created like 5 or 6 big chances created this season.
I feel like
I don't know how to judge this team.
After that game, it was the first time in weeks I've seen Arteta out trending.
I mean, it always happens on Twitter, but it does happen more when your manager's shit or not. I mean, not shit, but not highly rated. Is he? Arteta's not. He's a highly rated coach, but as a manager, I'm not quite sure how rated he is. But yeah, that always happens. You'll never see Klopp out. Will never happen.
No.
You see it as a joke.
No,
it's a joke here from us.
I mean, yeah, but not like recently. More when he first started out in it.
No. Like last year, you know, when we went on a run.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing Klopp out, and I was like,
"That was embarrassing." That.
Stupid.
That's so embarrassing.
They were like, "Oh, he's taking us the furthest that he can." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Do you think the turning point? Do you think the turning point of the game was the Klopp Arteta thing?
Definitely helped the motivation in the second half.
I don't know if it's a turning point, but it's a motivating factor, I'd say. Because
it woke up Anfield.
Yeah, because the crowd was dead. And then right after that, the crowd woke up. And when the crowd wakes up, well, the best thing you can do at Anfield is to silence the crowd. Now, I'm not saying what Arteta did was wrong. He was defending his plan. That's fair enough, right? I don't mind that. But it can be a good thing, but have negative consequences. And people will look at that and say, well, before it was 0-0, 2 minutes later they conceded, and then they held 4 again against us. So,
yep.
I'm just happy we smacked them. I really do enjoy playing.
I'd love to see Klopp, like, you know how he used to stand there on the touchline and like raise his arms at the crowd to get them riled up and shit. I really want to see him do that more.
Yeah, Simeone always does that.
Yeah. Like bloody was it Conte did it last week in the Leeds game?
Yeah, he tells fans stand up.
He was jumping around in his technical area and just go like this to the
I love
fans.
Sunderland.
Man, I wish I was at Old Trafford, man. What's wrong with this dumb club? Conte was so good. Would we have got Ragnick? No, we wouldn't. So maybe.
I mean,
things went down.
Conte, good. We'll get onto that. We'll touch
I'm
on
okay
that
with him.
subject.
All Tottenham.
Yeah,
Harry
well,
Kane.
other big points of this Premier League weekend: 2-3-3 draws at 3:00 on a Saturday.
They were fun. No, you know what? I'm not talking about the games, all right? We need to get the 3:00 kickoffs televised. Because this stupid point about, it will stop non-league people from going to the... If you're going to watch non-league football, I don't think you care about the Premier League. Like, you're just going to go watch non-league. Like, I've never understood. Like, maybe before it was a fair point, but now everywhere else besides us can get it. So it's just a bit stupid, especially when you see the quality of these games. That was a bloody fun game, man. 3-3.
See, I think one of the arguments was that if there's a 3:00 kickoff, people won't go to watch matches, like Premier League matches, because they'll just be on TV, which I don't agree with. That's not true at all.
No way.
Because if you want to support your team, you'll go to support your team.
Out for like 4:30 kickoffs, 5:30 kickoffs,
Yeah.
And Champions League games as well.
Champions League full packed. League games full packed. Europa League, even Conference League, Tottenham's filling their stadiums. Come on now. It's a dumb argument. I don't even know why the Premier League not doing this, or whoever, or FA, or whatever it is, because there's money involved in 3 p.m. kickoffs. You can get money from televising these 3 p.m. kickoffs, and you'll see fans in stadiums. But it's not making sense.
Before we move on to Champions League, I'll go over the table going into this weekend.
Oh, good God.
Chelsea is still top. Top 4 is still Chelsea, Man City. We're above West Ham now in 3rd, they're 4th.
Ooh.
Arsenal 5th. Wolves 6th, Tottenham 7, United 8.
Oh my God.
Brighton 9, Palace 10, Everton 11, Leicester 12, Southampton 13, Brentford 14, Villa 15, Watford 16, Leeds 17, and the relegations on Burnley, Norwich, Newcastle.
Don't call Burnley Burnley. Burnley are Barcelona.
We'll move on. Do any of you have any final points in the last Premier League weekend?
Yeah. Goodbye, Ollie. You were unfairly sacked.
You were fairly sacked. In fact, I'm
very sad.
I will miss you forever.
Ranić, you're a waste man. I hope you get sacked quickly.
Let's have a minute silence for Ollie. Or moment silence for Ollie.
No moment silence for Ollie. You can hold
on.
All right. Tuesday was Champions League game week number 5.
Nothing happened, man.
I'll go over the
results.
Man United beat Villarreal 2-0. Bayern Munich beat Dynamo Kiev in the snow. Lewandowski with a great overhead kick. Chelsea won 4-0 against Juventus.
Juventus are just bad, though. They're just bad.
I'll wait for that one.
Lille beat Salzburg 1-0. Atalanta, our young boys, drew 3-3. 3-3 again. Barca drew 0-0 with Benfica. Sevilla beat Wolfsburg 2-0. That was that game day. I was going to go into the next one, but that was Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday all the stuff happened, you know. The biggest game of the day, Liverpool-Porto, you know.
Yeah,
what game?
The only thing that came out of the game is Thiago scored a physics. Like, it's impossible to have a physics goal.
We'll get onto that. We're going into the final game week of the Champions League.
Yay!
One more group stage game left. Group E, Bayern have got through, but Barcelona are on 7 points. Benfica are on 5 points in 3rd. Barca have Bayern Munich next.
Yes. Off you, pop Barca to Europa. Get out of here.
No, don't worry. Xavi.
Bayern Munich away from home. Remember this Bayern Munich?
Barca's goal difference is -4, as is Benfica's.
Oh, Xavi's finished, mate. Europa League, Xavi.
So if Barca somehow draw with Bayern Munich, they'll be on 8 points and still on -4.
What Benfica?
If Benfica win, regardless of how many they score, they'll go through.
Who did Benfica have against Kiev?
Dynamo Kiev. Let me check.
Because it's at home.
Well, here's the thing, though.
At home, yeah.
This isn't that bad because I think Barcelona won the competition before it was called the Europa League. I think they won that a record time. So it's not like this is different standards for them. This is the same stuff for them. They're used to it.
Yeah,
It's
true.
tough.
From what I
I
remember,
think it's more
Barcelona
just because they're a massive name, isn't it? It's one of them teams that you look at them on the Champions League and you're like, okay, regardless of however they're playing in the league or something, you just look at your champion. You look at the Champions League. Okay, Barcelona will get through their group, but this season they've just been flat.
Koeman effect.
I've seen too many young
Koeman
players,
effect.
man. All these random guys called Gavi, and these guys are spawn out of nowhere. I mean, are you sure these guys are good enough? Like, why? Yeah, Pedro's good, but Ansu Fati is decent. Oh, he's good too. He's actually really good. Actually, what I'm talking about. But Ansu Fati and Pedro are not the exception. I mean, they're not like everyday occurrences. Why are you playing these guys called Gavi and all these random people are sort off the bench? I mean, who are these guys? And Benfica, Steferovic, whatever his name is, the biggest wild in Europe right now. What idiot. Aren't you just open? He literally he failed a chip and he somehow got the ball back.
He went from Christian to MK in a second.
No, but the chip here was not actually what he was thinking. He was trying to think, let me lob the keeper. But the chip was so bad that it somehow went over the keeper. But it was like a skill. But he didn't mean that skill. So he like, okay, we've got another chance. Then instead of kicking the ball straight at him, he went that way. Shocking player.
Group F, Man United have qualified.
Oh, who cares, man?
Sancho scored, so I'm happy for Sancho. Ronaldo scored.
Villarreal are on 7 points in second. Atalanta are on 6 points in third.
Atalanta, come on.
It's saying the young boys are last with 4 points, so they can get Europa League.
Young boys need more points.
No, we will smack up young boys on him, but Atlanta, hopefully they win, man. Villarreal going to Europa League is hilarious.
Group G, looks like no one wants to win it.
What's Group G?
Lille are top with 8 points, Salzburg second with 7 points, Sevilla are third with 6 points, and Wolfsburg are fourth with 5 points.
Sevilla are going into the Europa League. That's practically a fact.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I forgot. Villarreal. Yeah, they're going into the Europa League as well. They've got Unai Emery.
Lille have a 1 goal difference, as do Salzburg, as do Sevilla, and Wolfsburg have a -3 goal difference.
Oh man, Salzburg, we're playing that. I want them to go through just because I like Adeyemi. But actually, if they miss it, then maybe his price will go down. So actually, why do I care? I want Vlahovic anyway.
He's better just though.
Who are they facing? Where is it? Okay, Wolfsburg got Lille, and then Salzburg have Sevilla.
Can Wolfsburg top the group if results go their way? That's not possible.
Yes.
They can.
I think if Salzburg and Sevilla draw.
Oh my days.
And Wolfsburg win like 5-0.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not happening.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, Group H
that
is
would be
actually
sick.
Looking pretty spicy.
Hilarious.
But Group H is only looking spicy because Chelsea and Juve are both on 12. So it's a battle for second.
Chelsea on 12 and Juve on 12 too.
Yeah, because they lost to Juve, innit?
Oh, that's weird. It feels like Juve being like on 9 or something, 7 or something. But,
no, they beat everyone else. Surprisingly enough.
I mean, everyone else is crap.
Yeah, that's what the worst. Third with 4 points and Malmo fourth with 1 point.
What type of group is that Malmo? Come on. I mean, that's pretty Juventus.
Malmo have a -12 goal difference.
Good gracious me, man. We need to ban some of these teams, man.
No, we don't. We don't.
We do, man. It's just like when I see some of our players scoring against these guys, I'm like, this feels bullying. Scoring against Napoli, get Napoli in this competition, man. Let's add some more teams from Serie A or Premier League. Let's expand the best leagues.
No, you need money going all over Europe. So we need teams like Malmo. Anyway.
Wednesday. Let's go on to Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday was very interesting. Ajax beat Besiktas 2-1. Haller back on the score sheet.
I hate him. How can you bench and get 2 goals? What a dickhead, man. I had a captain as well.
Inter Milan beat Shakhtar 2-0. AC Milan beat Atletico Madrid.
Yes.
Finally.
Leipzig beat Club Brugge 5-0.
Yeah,
Liverpool beat Porto 2-0. Thiago's goal. Fucking hell.
And Tyler Morton was wicked.
City beat PSG 2-1. I know Azam wants to talk about that. Real Madrid beat Sheriff 3-0. And then Sporting Lisbon knocked Borussia Dortmund out of the Champions League, beating them 3-1.
I picked Pereira Gonçalves in my team, and he got 2 goals, and his second goal was a banger. Absolute banger.
We'll go over the groups quickly. City and PSG have qualified. City are 12 points at the top. They've won their group. PSG is second with 8 points. The final game is going to decide against Europa League between Leipzig and Club Brugge. They're both on 4 points.
PSG are just, I just don't say about PSG.
Liverpool,
by the way, forward watch.
Liverpool could be the first English team to go 100% in the Champions League group stage if they beat AC Milan.
Exactly.
But no. But what Liverpool need to do Europe's due diligence. We need Atletico to get out of it.
I agree. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care about the 100%. Yeah. I want us to lose the game. Or at
exactly. AC Milan in the knockouts. Let's bring back football heritage.
What else happened? Ajax have won their group on 15 points. Sporting Lisbon 9 points. Borussia Dortmund on 6 points. And Besiktas have nothing.
Dortmund are shit, man. Without Haaland.
Europa League.
Real Madrid have won their group.
His theme tune now, because he wakes up to the Champions League theme tune, but now he's gonna have the Europa League theme tune. He's not even gonna get up at this point. His alarm will go off and he'll start crying. Man. Oh,
I think so.
This
Yeah.
is Haaland's last season, anyways. He knew that.
The Sheriff dream is over as well.
Well, they got Europa League.
Because
they've got 6 points and Shakhtar have 1.
Gosh.
Shakhtar are somehow worse than Sheriff. This is why we need these teams.
Yeah.
Look at this incredible, what's it called? Group.
Sheriff, you hold that European position. Get out of it.
That's great. I love it. I hope they beat Atletico Madrid going forward.
Same here.
That would be great.
I need Atletico Madrid out of here. Get out of here. So AC Milan and Liverpool. I need to see Neco Williams at right wing.
Hey, Neco was actually all right.
I think when is the fixtures? This is the second week of December.
Yeah.
The fixtures. If we look at who we have around that time, bear with me. If I'm not mistaken, we have Everton during the week coming up.
Yeah,
we got Southampton. Then we have Everton on the 1st, Wolves on the 4th, and then AC on the 7th.
No,
and then Aston Villa on the 11th.
No, we need to rest our boys. You know, Aston Villa.
Rest everyone.
We're going for the home reunion. We need to rest everyone. I don't care. You know.
That being said, Porto did hold Atletico Madrid in the first game.
That's true, but Porto, we need AC Milan to win.
That's true also.
And Porto to at least draw.
So Adrian in goal, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, man, I will firm it for one day, for one game only.
That's
the only involvement he's allowed.
You know what? Knowing Adrian will keep a fucking clean sheet.
Oh.
Yeah, because he can't do anything right. You've got a point. The guy is
inherently
disabled.
I got Keller to do an inside job for AC Milan. So is Ibrahimovic pretending
to AC Milan to get
against us last time.
Can AC Milan still get through? Yeah, they can. Cool. We need us and AC Milan to get through. Porto can. No, Porto need to win though, don't they? Damn it.
Porto, no, he's deep Atletico. Is that Porto's going to? I think.
Oh, Porto! If Porto can hold Atletico, and AC Milan can win, that's fine.
That's class.
Yeah, I don't
Porto
care
go to Europa League.
I want to inflict as much damage upon Simeone as possible.
The only reason why I want Atletico to be out of it is because we can easily face them in the Champions League, and their football is so horrible to face. So we need to face them. If
somehow in hell Simeone is like, okay, I'm leaving Atletico, and your board sees that, I will kill myself.
No,
I can't stand Simeone.
I'll be human. What do you mean? Why are you human? I'll be human.
No, I just don't like Simeone is the thing. I can't stand him.
No, don't worry, because Fernando Torres will take over. Buffman, let's go.
Atletico.
Yeah.
Simeone at United could happen. Good grief.
Bruv, Amazon need to stop sending me Black Friday stuff. I looked at your deals, there's nothing. You guys are like, oh yeah, we're giving you big discount. I get bigger student discount than Black Friday discount. You guys are racist.
Well, that's another Black Friday.
We'll talk about Liverpool quickly. Go over that game. What a game. We didn't even want to win.
Yeah, Salah had a great goal, you know. It's not being talked about enough because the other goal was great. Everything about Salah's goal is great. Thiago is just incredible. And maybe this will...
Hold on a minute. We're not doing this. We took out Thiago's goal. We're not talking about no Salah.
No. I was about to get on to Thiago's goal. I was going to say, hopefully this will make people shut the hell up about, he's a flop, because as you know, the only time football fans will recognise someone's actually doing good is if they get a goal or an assist. And they just base everything off of that and of like sofa score. But I mean, Thiago's been great for us, so I'm not hearing anything about.
He just makes the team more dangerous, but like on the ball more. Because he just being there, he never loses the ball.
His goal broke physics, you know.
Yeah, I don't know why. It looked like he touched the ground and then didn't touch the ground. Like, what was that? It looked like it's just
what a strike.
Surface. Has he? Then I'll back up.
And then the guy
did not make the guy as well.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was crazy. I thought it was deflection. It was deflection. Was straight clean into the bottom corner. Like he literally aimed at the bottom corner, but that technique, it was a purpose technique. He looks like he practiced.
Yeah, that's the type of goal that I would.
Side volley.
Can you imagine how good that would have felt when he kicked it?
Yeah,
the way he struck the ball as well.
He had to put the right amount of backspin. He couldn't have smashed it, because if he smashed it, that's going out of the stadium. So he had to put enough power not to smash it, but to get enough power just to get it through. Plus it nutmegged some people. Plus it broke physics. That's one of the most aesthetically pleasing goals I've seen.
Just from it always could come from Thiago. Thiago always does.
Thiago is arguably the most gifted just pure footballer. Just when you watch him, he's arguably the most gifted of his generation. Like this generation of midfielders. What
generation is
he? He would be in like. So he started, I think, around. When did he start? He probably came to prominence like 2013, because Pep bought him as soon as he went to Bayern Munich. That was one of his conditions. So like, from then on, he's insane. He's insane.
Yeah, but I always rate Thiago. Thiago's always one I rate.
Aslam.
I don't want to
go ahead.
Look, I said what I said about PSG already. I said that they're not a football club. They're just a bunch of donuts running the way City beat them was like their goals are so bad because it's just simple, right? Like on some level you can say, yeah, the three up front should have been tracking back, right? Fair enough, I get that point. But the actual defending of the team, they all, like, City's balls came from quick switches to the other flank, overloads on that side, and then like a cross to the far post. If that's all City are doing for 90 minutes, can the defenders not react? Are they just like, there's multiple times when the defense, there's people overloading them and they're not recognizing because they're so focused on the man in front. They're just shit. They're shit. I
think, but on the pitch though, the front three does not move when it comes to off the ball.
They don't. It's hilarious.
They literally don't.
Absolutely hilarious.
I was actually watching them because remember I have no affiliation to City or PSG, so I just want to observe the front three of PSG and look at City's front three. Or if I say front five, it's literally polar opposite. As soon as PSG get the ball, boom, Bernardo Silva's gone, Mahrez is gone, Jesus came when he was going, De Bruyne, Gundogan, they all hunt for the ball. Sterling, they're all going for it. When you see literally the PSG front three, as soon as they lose the ball, all three of them walking together, like having a chat. What's going on? And then you see it just gone away, fighting for his life everywhere. You see him buzzing about. I'm like, if someone could give him some help, maybe in Neymar.
And the thing is, it would be fine if they actually took their chances up front, but they didn't. Mbappe had not a clear chance, but a chance that you would expect him to do better with. Yeah. But he's through and he just skied it. Then he did get his goal, which is fair enough. But then Neymar had his chance and he missed. Bloody hell, man. They're just terrible, and they're ruining my boy Poch.
Not to interrupt you or anything. So UEFA club coefficients have come out.
Oh.
What is it?
Top 10: Bayern Munich, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSG, Juventus, Man United, Atletico.
Yeah, we're third.
We are there by skin of the teeth. So that's why I need Atletico to get out of it. They'll take us over. So come on, Liverpool.
You know what you genuinely are. You're above Atletico by like 5,000 points.
Oh God. So literally what we need to do is Neco Williams needs to play centre back. You should look at that Simeone, when Simeone did handshake him, I should think that's disrespectful. So you know what I'm going to do? Neco Williams, you get captain's armband today. You lead the team.
Wow.
And he's 70 years in front of him. That's class.
Mourinho is pulling a masterclass already. He put Roma 12th ahead of Tottenham in 13th. Last season, Roma got 7,000, Tottenham got 5,000. They're above them by 1,000 points.
Why are we in there?
Mourinho, because he got sacked by Tottenham, isn't it?
Oh,
And now he's at Roma. He's
and
pulling
they
his
got
strings
knocked
already.
out by flipping. They got knocked out by
Moura.
Thingy of the Europa last season.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, they were like 2-0 up or something, and then they conceded 3, and then he started blaming his players, calling them losers. Oh, man. That's not talked about now. How can you concede 3 goals against a team that doesn't even have Wi-Fi? Shut up, man.
Arsenal are 14th.
Oh, no one cares about Arsenal.
Also, it's like nothing. We'll face them next Thursday. I won't talk. But they're a bit of a team.
AC Milan are 39th. Somehow they've dropped.
Because they haven't even got into Europe recently.
Yeah, they haven't been in Europe for years.
Like, they got in last year.
I thought they were lower than that recently. But I think they're one of the worst ranked teams in the Champions League at the moment.
Crazy.
Hopefully they can get through. Hopefully we can do a job. Come on, man.
Burnley are 77th.
Yes.
Leicester are 75th.
They're not that bad. Good grief.
And West Ham are 74th.
Considering Leicester have had Champions League football,
why West Ham above them?
Who?
That's something that don't really make sense. Why West Ham above Leicester? Leicester were Champions League like a few years ago.
Because West Ham. I don't know.
That's weird.
That's very strange.
What's that why? The final one is
West Ham.
Okay, so it's National Association's contribution affects club coefficient, or like individual clubs. Since 2017, only in 19, 20, and 21, 22, or 2021 are the only times West Ham and Leicester got points. Leicester had 10,000 in the first season. West Ham got 9,000 last season. Leicester got 6,000. But because the Premier League have given more to given more to West Ham last season, they're above Leicester now. Which is a weird way to work around it. Apparently, the Premier League rate West Ham higher than Leicester at the moment. Pretty much.
Oh, well, that's kind of true right now, but not overall. Last season was with Leicester. Last season was Leicester 4.
Guess who's 69?
Who's that?
Sheriff.
Yeah.
Wait, Sheriff. Love to see it. But yeah. We did a Premier League prediction.
Yeah. Unless anyone's got anything else to say about the Champions League. No.
Got the big game. Arsenal Newcastle at 12:30.
That's a boring last game. Is that Emirates?
This is when I wake up and I have to watch Arsenal and Newcastle.
Wait, I do have a question for you lot before we got into the Premier League predictions. Do you have anything to say about world football as a whole?
Beautiful. Lovely.
It's a mess.
Because I want to get onto one person.
Oh, no.
Mitrovic.
Arsene Wenger. Oh.
That was Mitrovic. Fucking shithead. He came to the Premier League and did nothing. He's on like 21 points, 21 goals in 18 games at the moment in the Championship.
The Championship merchant, but also I say that, but he knocked Portugal to the playoffs.
Okay, wait.
Big game
player. Mitrovic has 21 goals and 5 assists in the Championship at the moment, right?
Probably has more goals
in 19 games
right now than goals in the Premier League in general.
Yeah, he's
the highest amount of goals anyone's got in a Championship season is 30. Ivan Toney and Teemu Pukki. No, Glenn Murray, not Teemu Pukki. Toney, I think, in the season that they lost to Fulham in the promotion battle, and then Glenn Murray when he was with Palace when they got promoted.
Where are Fulham in the league? On a second?
They're first by a point.
Fulham might be like
where's Parker's Bournemouth?
Second.
So you're telling me he left the first place club to go to the second.
Yeah. And I think the only reason they're below them is because they lost to Derby at the weekend.
They're awful. How can you lose to that ginger troll in charge of Derby right now? Oh,
who's ginger troll?
Rooney.
Rooney, incredible job at Derby. You shouldn't even compete with the likes of Bournemouth. Bournemouth should be 6-0 up. But you know what? Derby, Rooney, he's got them well drilled and organised. What a guy, Rooney. When the whole championship, everyone's against him, and he's still shining.
It is this week in football, isn't it? We have to talk about this. It was quite a big thing last weekend. What the fuck are they going to do about Marseille fans? Or just French football fans as a whole?
They should have umbrellas around the corner flags. No, hear me out.
Genuinely, at this point, they should.
Just put an inflatable, but okay, not inflatable.
What happened to those? Why don't they put up like the big
nets
and stuff?
They put for over it.
Because they'll get beaten up.
But it's like the fifth time this season a game's been stopped because of projectiles, and it's specifically Marseille.
They should take the corner.
Isn't Payet at Marseille?
He's the one who got hit by the water bottle last week.
They're just giving him food because he's a fat shit.
It's ridiculous. Genuinely.
Payet, but I think they should take a corner towards the throw-in area. See where those fans where they're in the side, not in the main stands, they're in the side of them. Those ones are calm fans, but the fans where they're all at the top in the main stand, they're the worst. So what they need to do is take the corner from the throw-in area. Just change it up sometimes. Mix it up.
Or just switch it. Every corner from that side, just put it on the other side.
But then they'll throw it. That's not throwing it in.
It's weird though. It's like
strange,
it's happened so many times this season, and just French football have done nothing about it.
Yeah, because French football has no money to do anything about it.
That's true.
I don't think there's any solution to this. What's the solution? Actually, I know the solution is.
At this point, they're gonna have to ban fans from the stadium.
They're gonna do. It might get towards the stage where we might have another bloody lockdown.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Because the Lyon-Marseille match hasn't even finished yet. Technically, it just got abandoned.
That's strange, isn't it? That's weird.
Dude, it happened earlier this season though. I can't remember who Marseille were facing, but for some reason, BT Sport always have Marseille games on. It's always the right decision because there's always something that happens.
Yeah, because Marseille games are their fans are crazy, but is it their own? Was it Marseille?
No, it was Lyon fans. I think because they were away at Lyon, and they hate each other. But to be fair, all French teams hate each other.
Do you know what? They should put nets over over the thing. They should do that. That's the only solution. Or whilst fans going in, metal to detect them and make sure they have no bottles or anything carrying them.
You know that crowd control guy from that video where he's just like tapping them people down. And he's not really doing the job. That's who they've got outside the Marseille game. I'm telling you. They're hiring him because how else do these projectiles keep getting in? That's the only way it's happening. I'm telling you.
I completely agree.
Oh, we didn't even talk about it. Bloody okay, West Ham won again in the Europa League.
No one cares about Europa League. I'm sorry. If you're a West Ham fan, I don't like you anyway. You're probably right.
Okay, Celtic lost 3-2.
Celtic.
Leicester won 3-1.
Big whoop. They finally won a game.
Tottenham. What the fuck?
They're just shit, man.
What the actual fuck was that?
They're just shit.
They lost to Lucas Moura. That's class, man. What a guy Lucas Moura is.
Again, we've got that stat padder. 1 goal. You serious? Against
Harry Kane played.
Moron.
Moura.
He got the equaliser, I swear.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Harry Kane plays Moura.
Yeah.
Shit.
They lost to Moura with Harry Kane and Son, and Son did not play, surely.
No, Son got.
Son was on the bench.
But they had 10 men, in it.
Yeah, Sesson Young got sent off.
At this point, I think Tottenham might be at that level. They might be at FC Moura level. We could be seeing something. How are Tottenham even above United? This is actually a tragedy. Ollie, you idiot. You absolute idiot, man. I don't care. But Ollie's held back. Do you know what? Ollie's held us back this club so badly that I'm looking at Tottenham and I'm thinking they're a threat. They're no threat. They lost to Moore. They're terrible. I don't give a damn if they have Conte. They can have Pep Guardiola and Conte together. It won't mean shit. Tottenham will always be Tottenham. The worst team in London.
The Spurs team was Golini, Tanganga, Rodon, Sanchez, Sessegnon, Skip, and Ndombele, Doherty, Ali, Hill, and King.
Ali who and King?
Brian Hill.
Oh, that's a good enough team. Dele Alli's rubbish though.
Dele Alli needs to get lost. They and terminate his contract and get him lost. Sanchez is fucking shit. He's been shit for fucking ages as well.
I think Dele Alli's Norwich level, I believe. He's washed completely and utterly, finished it at the highest level in Premier League. He's finished. He needs to go to Norwich. And Norwich get ready to go with Dean Smith. Off he popped up, Dele Alli. Who else needs to go? Sessegnon, he's not good enough. He needs to go. Rondon, why the hell you signed him in the first place? Doherty, terrible. And Ndombele, I'm not quite sure about Ndombele. Højbjerg, he's decent. Celso, rubbish. Harry Kane,
Shit.
useless as hell.
I think
Might be clear.
what's it called? Højbjerg was one of the best signings I've seen them make. In his first season, Tottenham, he had a really big impact on the team. There was a big difference in the midfield. Oliver Skip is all right. He's really good for a youngster.
Oliver Skip gets sold.
Like talking him up, but
for me, Oliver Skip gets sold too. I think
not gonna lie.
I think it's more because he's not like flashy. Like obviously, when other youngsters popped onto the scene, like Grealish, Foden, whatever, they're more attacking and shit. But Skip, he's a really good defensive midfielder.
I think Skip should get loaned or sold. I don't think it's good enough. That's my opinion because I think 21 now or 20. I'm not feeling Oliver Skip. I don't think Tottenham will sell him.
I don't think they'll sell him. I do think out of nowhere they'll sell Ndombele.
Yeah.
As much as I know Spurs fans love Ndombele, I think they might sell him.
I do too.
Because he's a sellable asset. He's an asset you can sell. Like people would buy Ndombele. Who the hell wants to buy Doherty? Wolves? Who wants to buy Doherty?
You'll get him back.
But Wolves made it better than him.
All right, boys. Let me get the Premier League fixtures. Aslam, how's your burger? Burger review time.
Brilliant, man. I got it from Mountain. This is so good. 10 out of 10. They always have great service.
Rodeo's class. Joshua still works there, so Rodeo's, you get a 9.5 out of 10 for me. But yeah,
Arsenal, Newcastle.
Oh, wait, who's your
3-1 Arsenal.
Emirates.
4-0 Arsenal. Newcastle terrible as hell, man. Get out of here. They get relegated.
I'm going 3-0 Arsenal.
Wait, Newcastle.
Eddie Howe's back, by the way, and we'll cover.
Oh, so is that? Ooh.
Yeah, look. Eddie Howe's got them scoring goals. No one expected that, so I think they'll score.
Okay,
2-1 then.
I'm going 4-1 Arsenal. Because for me,
2-1 to Arsenal or 2-1 to Newcastle?
Arsenal.
Oh.
I will save my surprise fixtures for another game.
What? You're not even going to bet on Norwich this time.
It's not Norwich. I can see Dean Smith getting wins here and there, so I'm not going to be like, okay, Norwich will win.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough.
Palace at 3:00 hosting Villa at Sellers Park.
I like Palace, but I like Gerrard more. I'm going to have to go 2-1 to Villa.
I'm going 2-2. Smells like a draw that game.
I was going to go 2-2. But I'm going to go 3-3.
Let's go.
Actually, no. I'm going to go 3-2 Palace. I go Palace winning it. I do love Gerrard. But I do think...
Guzman, your Liverpool fanship should be revoked. How dare you bet against Gerrard?
You always do that, Steve.
To be fair, I bet against Everton as well. And that's Rafa, and I love Rafa.
But Everton.
That's true also. Liverpool, back at Anfield, hosting Southampton.
They beat us last year, but then we beat them and Thiago scored.
3-0 Liverpool. That's what he thinks.
2-0 Liverpool.
I'll go 2-1.
What? They're scoring? No way. They got Armstrong and Bungie Adams. They're terrible.
Better than Ronaldo.
I don't know. It's like...
What?
I feel like just randomly we can just be like, okay, we don't really want to play anymore, and then they can just go for
I would rather have Che Adams and Adam Armstrong over Anthony Martial.
I mean, I won't disagree with that one there. Let me down too badly. I can't bother to defend him anymore.
Norwich host Wolves at 3:00. You see Norwich change their logo during the week? No difference.
They got Brandon Williams starting for them. Let's go for Norwich win, man. Let's go. Actually, I'm joking. Wolves are winning 2-1.
2-0 Wolves.
Good. 3-1 Wolves.
Oh, come on.
I want Hwang to get a hat trick, but I also want Jimenez to score. So it's like I can deal with Hwang getting 2 goals and Jimenez getting 1. I'm fine with that. Then five. Shit, that was quick. There's only three o'clock games. That was boring.
Good. I need to do my assignment
5:30.
tomorrow, man.
Brighton Leeds.
Brighton Leeds. That is a pure football game. Oh yeah. 3-0, 3-1 Brighton, 3-0 Brighton. 3-0 Brighton. Let's go.
It's a football game. 3-0 Brighton.
But Leeds attack better. Leeds have chances galore, but they won't score.
I'm gonna
And
go
James
Leeds.
Arsenal,
2-1 Leeds. 2-1 Leeds. I bet on Brighton. I've gone for Brighton too much, and they've disappointed me recently. Graham
Leeds-
Potter, go back to being homeless for a day, you waste, man.
Leeds are not winning, man.
I'll go 1-1. I think that Newcastle game was a really show that Brighton can show up against the bigger teams and just like disappear randomly.
Yeah.
So 1-1. 1-1. Then there's why is there 3 2 o'clock games on a Sunday? All right, Brentford Everton.
Wait, why are Premier like this now? What's going on? Maybe you should put
No
these
idea.
why not put one at 12 o'clock? They used to do that.
Because there's games in midweek.
Huh?
Oh
We
yeah.
have to.
Oh, we got Everton on Wednesday. Fucking shit. Oh shit. When are we gonna do those fixtures? Monday or Tuesday?
Probably sneak a Tuesday one. Maybe we can sneak one in Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, I can do Tuesday.
Yeah, we could do one for Tuesday.
All right. Okay. Brentford Everton.
Ooh, that's not a hard easy game to call, you know. I'm going 1-1.
2-1 Brentford. Everton are shit, man.
They kind of are, you know.
I don't know. I know Raya is out for a while, and so they got another goalie in, but they did concede 3 to Newcastle last weekend.
Actually, that's a good point.
They can score though, is the thing. Fuck it, 3-2 Brentford. Burnley Tottenham.
2-1 Burnley. Yeah, let's go.
I'm actually stuck because Burnley are shit, but Tottenham are shit too. So who's less shit? Let's go for 1-0 Tottenham. It's Son's here, I believe in Son, so 1-0.
Burnley are not shit.
Huh?
Son's fine, I
Burnley
think.
are better than United.
They're dog shit. Absolutely dog shit. Although the only team in Stamford Bridge to get a draw up, obviously not including City.
I'm going 1-0 Burnley.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I need a Burnley to win, by the way, because.
Then Leicester Watford.
Leicester have to win this because Sarr isn't even playing, I don't think.
Oh, 2-0 Leicester.
So I'm going to go with 2-1 Watford.
What?
Leicester are
The United
so
game
bad.
was a fluke. It happened again.
That's a good point. I'm switching.
It's
2-0 Leicester.
No, 6 years old. No, you can't change.
I have to. Oh, back your team, bro.
Ranieri's return to Leicester with Watford. So I'm going to go 3-0 Leicester.
Then it's the big game, no?
Man City West Ham.
Oh, fuck it.
That's on 2 o'clock too.
That's at 2
Wow.
o'clock. Shit, there's 4 2 o'clock games.
Usman, you can't count, man.
What are the
I can't count. I scrolled down and I saw what looked like red and blue, and I was like, oh, okay, that's Man United Chelsea. But no, Man City versus West Ham. That must be the game that's on TV then.
Man City are getting revenge for getting knocked out of their favourite competition.
Yeah, I'm going 2-0 City.
3-0.
2-0 City.
Who's going?
I am going West Ham. 2-1 West Ham.
Whoa,
I'd really hope they do it as well.
I need a Man City winner, I'll be real. Because top 4 race, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
back in there.
No, you want to draw.
Go on.
See our game top 4 regardless. They were going to mad on somewhere.
4:30.
Okay, Man United. Chelsea.
Stamford Bridge.
Well, my character last game, you would hope. Hopefully, he doesn't manage the last game because we might.
I'm going 4-0 Man United.
Good gracious. I think I'm going to change that. Like. Good grief. I'm going for 3-1 Chelsea.
They don't have Chilwell now. So I'm going to go with...
It's James. Remember, he's way, way better than the retard we have at right back. He's so croydon and New Allington. Get out of here. What a letdown to New Allington, you retard. What oof. How big... You know what, Usman? You like Chris Palace, right? You might have someone against Steve Harris. Tell Steve Harris to take him back. He's making my eyes blue watching. When I watch him, I always turn on to on.
How did Wan-Bissaka look so good at Palace?
Who?
I don't know. It's a shit Palace team and he stood out. Let's be real.
Who's that?
Wan-Bissaka.
For me, Palace played defensive football under Roy Hodgson, so he's always going to stick out like a positive sore thumb. He was never going to look bad because he was good to defend a lot. But under Vieira, I think he wouldn't look as good. I think Mitchell will outshine him. Because Mitchell could go forward better than Ramsdale. Although Ramsdale's going forward, that doesn't look as bad.
Yes, he can. I think Mitchell's got some very good underlying stats for you fantasy nerds.
Ramsdale's got decent underlying going forward stats because he's dribbling and all that. But his dribbling is shocking. When you watch his dribbling and he's passing, it's one of the worst things you can ever see in a football pitch. But yeah, back to leaving alone. I won't bully him now. But we've got no Maguire. So is that a positive or negative? For me, it's positive.
It's a positive.
Aerially is a negative because he still helps aerially even when he's bad.
You should be excited. Fred looked really good midweek.
Well, apparently he's got an injury, but I don't know if
Does
he's
he?
out. Yeah, he rolled his ankle and he came off, I think.
That's it. I'm going 2-0 Chelsea.
Fred would have maybe say one more draw if Fred started. And Greenwood's got COVID still. If Greenwood was here, maybe Fred, I'll be like 2-2. But now I'm going for 3-1 Chelsea.
I'm going 2-1 Chelsea. Although I would like to see, I can't lie, I would like to see Man United win that.
Well, I'll be there. My character deserves to be. It's just a manager that happens.
Apparently, you haven't put a statement yet, but you've confirmed that. Okay, Fabrizio said Man United confirmed Ralph Rangnick his consultancy role from June 2022 to 24, but Ralph would be interested in taking the full-time manager role if offered. Rangnick's camp working on work permit is taking time. He's planning to arrive next week.
Wait, Ralph Rangnick wouldn't mind being full-time permanent manager?
Yeah.
This is where Fabrizio Man's comes in because I don't think Frank Rangnick even wants that idea because it will kind of ruin his rep because he will. I'm not trying to be rude, but Rangnick he's not that level in terms of managerial. Like he's not that. Come on, let's be real. What did Leipzig do in terms of management?
Leipzig got to.
Actually, Schalke was the only team that was impressive. Schalke. No, Schalke that was impressive, was it not? UCL semi-finals, was it not? Or quarter-final?
Yeah, and he won a trophy with them. And then they sold all his players.
He's not the worst, but I'm saying, like, he's not been at that level for years. Why would you risk your reputation to be managing McTominay and Fred? Like, you rather be at the ball level. And that's why I think, I'm not sure if Fabrizio Romano knows what he's talking about. But, you know. I'm really on for putting Fabrizio on forward watch after his Ballon d'Or shots. What a retard. Although he might be right, yes. I'm not going to get onto it fully. Because he might be Lewandowski, but the way I'm hearing it's apparently Messi. What a fraud.
I'm going to be real. I've got 1% battery.
All right. Thank you, everyone. We will see you soon.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Oh, shit.